Hi, my name is Wakabayashi, and for my business ethics off the bench interview, I decided to interview Ben Wilson from Wilson Tree Farms and Nursery. They're located about an hour north of here in Cambridge, Minnesota, and Ben is the farm operations manager, which he basically described as putting out fires day to day, things from personnel, staffing, and on-land issues. Those are the things that he takes care of. He's been at the role for about 13 years, ever since he graduated from Northwestern. So a little bit about the business. Wilson Tree Farms was founded 50 years ago by Ben's father, Tom. He started the business while he was a student at Bethel, and the company employs anywhere from 20 to 50 people. Because of the nature of the business is seasonal, they really only carry about 20 year-round employees. They deal in the farming, harvesting, and selling of different types of trees, primarily Christmas trees, but they also do deal in orchard trees or ornamental trees, and something that he called deciduous trees, which are trees that you put around your property when you don't like your neighbors, that put up somewhat of a natural fence around your property. So about the missions and views of the company, it's pretty black and white. To provide the highest quality product with the highest quality customer service within the industry. The reason that the mission statement is so simple is because customer service is really something that the tree farm industry struggles with as a whole, and so that's really their point of difference. A couple of principles that they value are honesty over correctness, and then going against the grain, which is something that has paid off for them. For example, when there was a recession about 10 years ago, farmers were scared of planting trees, but they decided to go against the grain and plant double, and it's paid off now that there's a shortage of supply. Faith, I asked him a little bit about his faith and how that goes into his workplace. He said that because it's a family business, it really frees him up to express his faith freely, but they're not really a Christian company, but because of the people that they are and the people that his parents are, it really gives them that notoriety as a Christian company anyway. And it's really given him the freedom to witness at work when people ask about their faith. One thing that kind of goes with that go against the grain principle is something that they call firing the customer. And so they said sometimes they'll get customers that come in and they'll look for a tree or trees, and they'll just be difficult at every step of the way, trying to squeeze out every dollar from them that they can. And they said those are the times where you just have to walk them back to the car, politely shake their hand and say, no, this is probably not going to be a fit. Where they value cultivating a positive customer environment over making money or making a sale. What that really does is, for the whole team, is really make the customer engagement experience a positive one for everybody, and it really opens up that customer service aspect of their business. And so a really big topic, since they're a farm, is environmental responsibility. And he said, or Ben really outlined that their stewardship of the land is priority, because it's key to the product that they provide, and also the law. So they have something called carbon credits, where they've had people offer to buy their carbon credits, but they determined that it's not ethical because it's really an excuse for those other companies to not be good stewards of their land. He said that the nature of the product that they sell, which are trees, are really good, are just good for the environment. They provide a lot of intrinsic value to the community. They call themselves the #1 oxygen provider of Isanti County. And also, something that they do is planting 3 to 1. So for every tree that they cut down during harvest season, they plant 3 more in a different area. So as far as conduct and moral values go, he said being the example is really the most effective way to create that culture in your company. So he said hypocrites find deaf ears, so definitely being the example is important. Things like honesty and having forgiveness when people make mistakes are something that when they have it towards others, they usually get it back in return. So nobody's perfect, but as long as we learn from our mistakes, we're able to move forward. Another thing is seeking the truth and not assuming it. So we're not being afraid to ask questions and really hearing both sides of the story before you decide to make any decisions. As far as community engagement goes, they have an initiative that they spearhead called Go Green, Get Real, and that's really outlining the benefits of planting real trees and just the benefits that planting real trees have over using like fake Christmas trees or having like fake flora. Sorry. Another thing that they do is they support local sports, including Northwestern Athletics, so thank you for that. And Hope Kids, which is something that they do for kids with life-threatening illnesses. And so what they do is they invite the families down to the farm, they give them a hayride, and they let them pick out a free Christmas tree, and they just really make a day out of it, and the kids enjoy it, makes lifetime Christmas memories for the whole family. And then the final thing that he tackled was reputation, where it's really one of those things that you make or break right away. There is no neutral reputation where people either trust you or they don't, and it's really something that you can't take it back. So there's no take backs, where once you lose somebody's trust, it's really hard to get it back. And then the day-to-day actions are what determine whether people trust you or not. So little things like accidentally overcharging a customer and then quickly recompensating them. And then the last thing he talked about was using your field wherever you're at to be an example of who we should be.